Okay, guys, welcome in this Cisco ISE course, the Identity Service Engine course. What? Okay, so this is ISE course. What's ISE? When you need to master anything, you have to look actually first thing in the terminology. What is ISE? Why do we need ISE? Step back. Imagine that you have the network. You are working in a production network, right? This production network, it's just being built by routers, switches, firewalls, and some servers having some applications, SQL, Citrix, whatever their application, I don't care. It's just application. Employee just go in the morning, doing their job, using these computers. These computers connected by network, right? So as a network infrastructure and security engineer, let's just take infrastructure first. As an infrastructure engineer, your main job is to build and maintain available network 24/7. I am employee. I don't know about IT. I don't know about networking. I only care about just clicking the power button in my computer and see my application opening and access the internet, accessing the remote site, accessing this and this and this. I don't care about your infrastructure, guys. So if you have a problem, if I can't connect there or here or wherever I need, this is your problem. So you will have a call from your manager asking you why there is an outage, why there is a lack of connectivity, and you can answer him why. So your main job as an infrastructure is to build and maintain and make sure that the network is available 24/7 for the user of the network. All right, but you build the network already, and you don't build the network every day. You don't go from your home and, okay, I'm building a new network. The day after, I'm building a new network. You don't do this, right? Yeah. The only thing that you do is you build the network first, and then you maintain the network and you make sure that the network is available, right? So the IT main job here is troubleshooting, because network is like a big giant machine. This giant machine has a lot of gear inside it, so maybe sometime one of the gears will stop. So it's your mission as an IT man, you go and you find where the gears stopped and fix it, right? So this is your job after all. But when the time moves, the IT responsibility will be changed. Changing to what? You are in the era of Internet of Things, machine learning, da-di-da-di-da, right? So every day, every single day, there is a new technology in the market. So the thing that comes to your mind is, how can I secure my network? Let's imagine and have this example. Let's imagine that you built a house. You built a nice, fancy, furnitured house. There's luxury here and there, furniture, fine furniture, air condition, maybe in the drawer there is jewelry, there is this and this and this and this. So the question, can you leave this fantastic home or house open without any security, without any guarding? Maybe one just walk in the street, look inside and see, oh, I'm going to steal this, right? Yeah. So in the reality, you are just doing what? Doing the protection for your home. Building fences, building surveillance cameras, building this and this and this. That's in reality. Yeah. when it comes to networking and the data and binary, it's the same thing, but different methods. There is bad people out there trying to steal data, sensitive data from you. Now, you are coming from outside, overseas. You are dealing with the credit card, right? Credit card, there is your money there. The money that you just worked hard to earn it, right? So, is it good there's someone to steal your money from your bank account? No. So that's why we need security in this particular area to protect your data. Okay, let's make sure about one point here. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys. So after all, your data, your money, represented in binary, represented on this system as a data. The actual money, the financial paper, is just represented in the system as what? As a data, binary. So your main job is to protect this binary, right? How you protect this binary? Your money in a digital picture. This is what's the network security about. So, to understand how you protect your network, to understand this, you have to understand how your network is being built in the first place. Because you can't secure a thing that you don't understand how it works, right?
Yeah.
If you have a computer, you have a TV, you have a car, and you need to fix this car. The car stopped in the street. How can you fix the car? If you already know how the car is being built, then you can fix it, right? It's the same thing. If you have the network and you need to secure it, you need to understand how the network is being built in the first place, okay?
Yeah.
Well, initially, let's start with how the network, I'm going to give you a brief, not going into the details. The network is being built by devices, right? So let's just take the picture here. This is a network, right?
Yeah.
Consists of what? Computers, switches,
routers,
firewalls, and the ISE. We have the ISE in the left-hand side, right? So this is doing what exactly here? How I'm going to secure this small, pretty network? Well, I'm going to ask you, imagine that you are an army. Did you guys serve?
Army?
No. No. Okay.
No, but you can go ahead with that example.
How old are you guys? Let's just take this side conversation. So back to our conversation. Imagine that you are in an army, you are in a battle, fighting. How can you fight an enemy? How can you organize your army?
Strategy.
What's your strategy? Your strategies depend on how you organize your army, right? So you have to divide your army in a layer of defense. Layer 1 defense, layer 2 defense, layer 3 defense, so on and so forth, right? Exactly in the network. To protect your binary that representing your money, I'm always stick with this example. Money. Money is money. Life is money. You just here buy money. If you don't have money, you won't be here, right? So money is important in a real life. So you have to protect your money represented in a binary data, in a system, whatever the system is. I'm taking just this example. So we have layer of defense. So you have to look to the network as like this is your castle, and you need to protect your castle from enemy. Or if there is an enemy, a lot of enemy out there. There is hackers, crackers, white hat hackers, black hat hackers, sponsored hackers, a lot of. When you go into the information security sector, you will hear a lot about this terminology, about these guys. These guys, their main responsibility is to make a breach in your system, to take your data, to steal your money, all this, okay? So your mission as a network security engineer is to secure your network, is to put your line of defense one behind the other, behind the other, behind the other, okay? So the thing is now, how you do this. Let's imagine that you have to, the first line of defense is just what? The edge router. This is your first line of defense, okay? This router connecting your network to the internet, right? Maybe you are connecting to the internet through a service provider, multiple service provider, okay? So on and so forth. The thing is, okay, we agreed that this is a first line of defense. Second, you have a firewall to protect the campus network. You have to divide your network in zones. This is DMZ zones, this is inside zones, this is a server zones, this is file, this is this, this is this. And then on the firewall, you put your policies. This zone can't talk to this zone. The outside zone, it's limited to talk to the inside zone. Okay? You can't control this actually, right? Right. But this is from outside. But what about from the inside? Maybe the intruders just came to your network from the inside. Okay? This is your network. This is the internet. And you're trying to defend your network from the outside breaches, right? But what about if there's someone going this way? How can you make sure that there's nothing coming from your back? Well, believe me guys, the most harshest thing when you have a hit from your back, okay? Because you're just facing the enemy, facing and putting your plans to protect yourself, protect your network, and you don't look back and there's someone from your back to hit you. This is going to be hard. So that's why you need to keep an eye from the outside breaches and inside breaches too.
Yeah.
And simultaneously, right? So that's it. So how can you control? Maybe a friend of Ibrahim, he's just in the campus network, and your friend bring his laptop with him, maybe access the wireless network or put his computer to the wired network, and his computer is infected with malware, and this malware spread it into the company's computers. So you are under attack, you are in risk, right? So you need to protect this. Okay, you need to put policies. You need to make sure that if there is a device who's infected or has no antivirus on it, can be logged onto the network, right? So that's the main goal. You need some device to control and make the network visible for you as an IT man. You can look and you see who's access to the network, who looked to the switch, who put this, who did this, who did this, when. How can you do this? By implementing something you can call it as NAC, network admission control. So the NAC, the network admission control, is a solution inside your network. To do what actually? To control who's accessing the network. This is the first thing comes to your mind when I say NAC. Controlling and providing visibility to your network. Who can access, who cannot. Okay? So let's imagine we have.
President, shift F5.
Okay. So let's imagine that we have two users. We have user 1, we have user 2. User 1 is really an, let's say, important person to the company, important entity to the company. So we need to make sure when the user 1 accesses the network, he have all the things in the network, can access all the areas. And we have user 2 who has limited control, limited access. How can you do something like this? You can control who accessing the network by restricting the access itself by username and password. So you can't log into the network unless you put your username and password, right?
Yes.
Cool. And based on the username and password, you can put your policy. If user 1 came and he bought his username and password, implement specific policy for him. On the other hand, if user 2 came and bought his username and password, implement another different policy for him. So this is what the NAC solution represented in the ISE will do in your network. So right now, do you have the idea what's the ISE doing? It's just giving you the visibility and control to your network. Okay? This is an overview of ISE.